Hello again, YouTube viewers. This is Collecting with J Bones again. I'm here with another collection, but this time, this is not video games or movies. This is a collection of video game magazines. For the new, or for the young viewers out there who may not know what those are, they were basically our Google, YouTube, Game Informers, whatever, however you get news of new games nowadays. Well, us old school gamers, we received magazines through mail, or we saw them in stores and bought them. And these magazines told us everything we needed to know about all the games that were coming out. So I have collected and accumulated a crap ton of GamePro magazines. I have a collection spanning from 1992 to 2006. So I will be sharing my collection. I'm going to try to keep these in order. It was a pain in the butt trying to organize these to show on the video. So let's dig right in, guys. First magazine is this was the first one I've ever received. My dad used to actually get these in mail, and he kept them away from me because he didn't, some of them, because he didn't want me to destroy them, or he said, he always used to tell me, you never know if these things will be worth money in the future. I know everyone has heard that about Pokemon cards and everything. There's literally a few of them that are actually worth money. And it's not even a lot of money. But these are all 1992 so far. Well, no, this is 1993. Now, this may be a trip down memory lane for a lot of gamers out there. Yoshi's Cookie. Jurassic Park. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Chun-Li and Bison Doshim. Mortal Kombat. Sonya Blade, Raiden, Kano, Goro. Super Street Fighter 2, DJ, T-Hawk, Fei Long, Cammy. Street Fighter has such amazing music and everything. It was just perfection for its time. Sonic Spinball. This game was super hard. I remember that for Sega Genesis. I guess I'll share this too. This is the GamePro Pro Strategy Guide for Super Street Fighter 2. If you guys remember, these used to come with the GamePro magazines. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. That was fun. I think we're still in 1990. Oh no, we're in 1994 now. 1994. Like I said, there's young people seeing this. They're probably like, what in the world? Probably blowing them out the box. I remember showing my little boy these. My son, he's 14 now. He's like, man, he was born in 2006. And these were still actually coming out during the year he was born. They were. But he was, he was a baby. So he was very, very unfamiliar with these things. He was just so excited to see the ones with Dragon Ball on the front. As he loves Dragon Ball. But yeah, these things I've tried to keep in very good condition. When my dad did give them to me before he passed away. It's untimely death. Random death. Freak accident. Yeah, I got most of his stuff. Sega Saturn and all his games he had with that, and all these magazines. And there were tubs and tubs and tubs of magazines. So I have so much to share. Besides GamePro, I have EGM, I have Nintendo Power, I have video games magazines, I have Dreamcast magazines, I have Next Generation, I have Xbox, I have a bunch of strategy guides. Man, I've got a lot of magazines. Earthworm Jim, sure a lot of people remember that. That was fun. Weapon Lord. This was short-lived. There was supposed to be a 2, I think, and it never came out. Maybe it did. I don't know. I can't remember. Can't recall. Killer Instinct. That's a good one. Mortal Kombat 3. I love Trilogy better because of the auto combos, and no way I could not remember the combos for the life of me. Judge Dredd. He is the law. I wonder if there's any Virtua Fighter fans out there. Love Virtua Fighter. I think there was a new one that came out for PS4, 360, or Xbox One. PS4 and the Xbox One and PS5 and Xbox Series X. Pretty sure there's a new one. It's called Virtua Fighter Showdown or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's a new one. I might remove these towels because they're like pulling up a little bit when I pull away the magazines, and it's causing problems, difficulties, and I don't want difficulties. I want to be able to easily put these down and pick them back up. But I just was afraid there might be something sticky, or try to keep my counters clean. No, I didn't want if there was something on the counter that would get on the back covers of the magazines. I didn't want to risk that. Not a dirty fool, to keep my counters dirty. It's just, my son comes down here randomly and messes up the kitchen. And sometimes don't want to clean up. Like, there may be a crap load of water or something on the counter, and I don't want one of these bad boys to get super wet and damaged. The magazines are older than him. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not yelling out the years. Oh my goodness. I just dropped all my playing cards that came with this. Just a minute. Okay, I just picked up the playing cards that came with this magazine here. The Soul Blade playing cards. There they all go. Yep. Soul Blade. Star Fox 64. Really fun game for the N64. I know people may get very upset when I say this, but Castlevania is a very good game. And it seems like something I would like to play, but I never played a Castlevania a day in my life. I played all kinds of thousands of games, serious thousands. I've never played Castlevania. I'm a huge gamer, just never played them. For the Super Nintendo, the Sega, whatever consoles, the PlayStation, I think there was one for Nintendo 64, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of Castlevania games out. One of the reasons is that they're so expensive. They're very, very, very expensive games, I'm a very hardcore collector. And if I were to, I'm the type of collector to where if I buy Castlevania, I'm going to want to start from the roots. And I think the first one, if I'm not mistaken, I think it came out on Nintendo. Castlevania is ridiculously overpriced as it is. And any Nintendo game you buy complete in a box is going to cost an arm and a leg. And if I start playing Castlevania, I'm going to want to start from the Nintendo or the Super Nintendo, whichever console they can, it came out on first. I'm going to want to build up. That's what I do. I buy, the first games to the, all the newer, I'll buy the first original ones and play that. But it's going to cost an arm and a leg, and I'm not ready to spend that kind of money. Then same for the Super Nintendo Castlevania that came out in the 90s. There's so many on Super Nintendo and the N64. All those games require, if you want them, in great condition, as I would want them in great condition with the original cases and box art, it's going to cost money. It's going to a lot of money. I'm a single dad. I had to take care of my little man, my son. I can't afford to buy a $300 game with a man with, swinging a whip around. I can't afford that. Not on the game. The most expensive game I have in this house is Resident Evil Gaiden for the Game Boy. I bought that from a seller on Mercari for $300. Man, I bought it with the box and everything. I will show that game off in my Resident Evil collection video, which is going to be the next video, because a lot of people are requesting Resident Evil. I'm seeing in my comments, as you all requested Dragon Ball, and I went ahead and showed off my Dragon Ball games and movies, whatever, films and shows, or little stuff I bought, Dragon Ball related. Anything you guys want me to share, just comment. Leave a comment, say, hey, share this, share that. Do you have this? If I have it in my collection, I'll share it. If I don't, I'll just comment in the comments and say I don't have those games, I don't have those movies. I'll just be honest about it. I do have a lot of stuff, so people may want me to share a Castlevania collection, and as I said, I don't have any. What I'm saying? Same, a lot of games out there everyone has played. Legacy of Kain. That's another one I just thought about. There's so many Legacy of Kain games out. Blood Omen, Soul Reaver, all, there's so many that came out. Dreamcast, PlayStation, PS2, Xbox, or GameCube, so many that came out, and I have none of the Legacy of Kains. None of them. When that game came out, I was busy playing Tomb Raider 3, Resident Evil 3, Dino Crisis, Final Fantasy 9. This the one that was just on that front cover. I was playing those kinds of games at that time. I wasn't really thinking about Legacy of Kain. I wasn't really thinking about it. GamePro, Onimusha, Warlords. I got a code book. I miss codes. Gran Turismo 3. One of my favorite racing games, besides Burnout and Need for Speed. I love Need for Speed and Burnout. This is a spinoff of Army Men. Pearl Runner, that was fun. I have that on PS2. Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey. This was the Xbox game. Like I said, there was a lot of Oddworld games too. I've never really gotten into him either. Sonic Adventure 2. I got the first Sonic Adventure. Sonic went downhill. That's a sec tricky. I just have the first one. I still need the other ones that were released. There's a booklet under this. And I have no idea how many Star Wars games are out now. There are hundreds. There were games that were coming out before I was born. That's a huge series here. If someone literally presents every single Star Wars game ever made, I would tip my hat off and bow to them. I would give them full blown respect because that series is so large. Oh my goodness, there's so many games. Star Wars games, there's hundreds. Hundreds. Dragon Ball. Oh, this is messing up. Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku. I think that came out on handheld, if I'm not mistaken. I think it came out on Game Boy Advance. I think. As I have all the PS2 Dragon Ball games, but except Infinite World. I don't have that. That game is running $80 to $90 and it's going to keep building, keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. It's going to keep going up. So I suggest anyone that's trying to collect Dragon Ball games, grab it as fast as possible. Again, that game is Dragon Ball Infinite World. That game is skyrocketing in price right now. I don't know why. The same with Budokai Tenkaichi 3. That game is over $100. Yeah, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I was very fortunate to get that game back in the day. You know, I got it for like $40. You know what I'm saying? Now it's, you know, over 100. CIB. You know, complete in box with case, manual, disc. That's how I buy my games. I buy all of my games with the manual. They gotta have everything to it. They got, you know, the condition has to be very good to like new. You know, I like my stuff to look nice and, you know, play nice. I don't want scratched up disc or you know, broken case or a ripped insert or a missing manual. I don't like that stuff. You know, I don't like that. I like my collections to look very good, very presentable. I just pulled the front cover off of the next one. Here it is. Let me just grab this and put this there. Some of these are like falling apart. Devil May Cry 2. Actually, to be honest with you, that was my favorite one in the entire Devil May Cry series. I fell off of Devil May Cry after PS3. Those games got insanely hard with trophies. As I mentioned in my other videos, you know, I'm a trophy hunter. I will actually show my trophy collection. I will have a video showing off, you know, the trophies I've acquired. Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. That is actually the only Ratchet and Clank game I own. Final Fantasy X2 or 10-2, whatever you want to call it. NFL Street, man, the Street series was really fun. Love those. EA Sports, EA Big, or whatever, they were doing it really big, really good back in those days. The PS2, Xbox, GameCube days, man, man, Def Jam, Burnout. Some of the Burnouts. They didn't do 1 and 2, I think. Criterion did. What else did they do? What else did EA do? Mercenaries. Mercenaries was fun. What else? There's a lot of games. Ones I can't think of. They did a lot. EA was... They were beasts. They definitely did SSX. The SSX games, all the Maddens, the NBA Lives, the NHLs, Tiger Woods, NASCAR. There are sports games. They were the king of sports. Now it's 2K. EA Games is basically gone. It's crazy. Dragon Ball Z Sagas. Me and my friend actually beat and played that together before he went to the military. You know, it was one of the games we co-opted and beat. Yep. It's war. What is this? Call of Duty? Yep. Out of those games, all I have is 50 Cent Bulletproof. That was fun. Saints Row, I got that for 360. I really enjoyed it. I stopped at that. No, I have a Saints Row 2, I think. No, do I have? Yeah, I have 2 on PS3. Yep. Naruto. I never was a big fan of Naruto. I can never connect with Naruto like I could with Dragon Ball. Ooh la la, there's some eye candy for you, gentlemen that's viewing the videos. And, the other people other people out there that might just enjoy that. That are like beach volleyball. The only volleyball game I'll play. My sisters are so good at that game. For some odd reason. They're really good. This is the last GamePro I have to share. And I will share the little booklet that came with it. The launch of the PlayStation 3. Oh, alright. Well, I want to thank you guys again for viewing another great collection video with me. Thank you. I will do Resident Evil next. It's been requested, so I'm just trying to keep all my viewers happy. I will keep them coming, guys. If there was any video you guys want to see of my collections, if I have it, as I said, then I will be more than happy to share. Collecting J Bones out. Have a good night.